What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today for another BFR. This video was recorded after the Patrick Kane trade. We'll get into that in the next video, which will be directly after this. It's again on the back side of this board. So, game 59 against the Anaheim Ducks in Anaheim. Davidson is in the booth before the game talking about the moves that have been made and stuff. Kara and Tenorti returned to the lineup. Joey Anderson and Andreas Englund were in their first games as Blackhawks. Kurashev was out, he's sick, and Phillips was out. The Hawks lose 4-2. They go to 21-33-5. Shots were 33-26 Anaheim. Hits were 12-11 Chicago. Faceoffs were 30-26 Anaheim. Power plays, Chicago goes 2 for 4. Anaheim goes 1 for 5. Mrazek saves 29 out of 33, and Dostal saves 24 out of 26. And at this point, you don't even know who's wearing letters on the Blackhawks because they keep changing every game with everyone going. The game was played at 9 o'clock on February 27th. Let's get in. Tyler Johnson has a chance early that's saved. 17:02 Anaheim penalty to Zegers for slashing, which would be killed. And then at 15:31 it's an Anaheim penalty to Benoit for tripping, so it would be 5-on-3 for 30 seconds, and then a minute and 30 seconds of 5-on-4 power play. And at 14:25, after the 5-on-3 is over, on the 5-on-4 the Hawks score. It's a power play goal from Tyler Johnson, his 8th of the season, from Domi and Radish to make it 1-0. Domi has a break that he flipped over the net. Then at 9:57 it's a Chicago penalty to Mitchell for holding, which would be killed. Because at 9:11 it's an Anaheim penalty to Terry for interference, which would also be killed, but it was 4-on-4 for a minute and 15 seconds for an Anaheim power play for a Chicago power play for 45 seconds. Fowler ends a 2-on-1. One of the sloppiest games I'd ever seen was going on. Shattenkirk is stopped. And then at 6:42, it's an Anaheim goal to Isaac Lundstrom, his 4th of the season, from Terry and McTavish to make it 1-1. McTavish would have a pretty good game. At 1:21, it's a Chicago penalty to Gust for tripping, and at 45.3 seconds, it's a deflection power play goal for Jakob Silfverberg of the Anaheim Ducks. 9th goal of the season from Klingberg and Vetrano, which makes it 2-1 for Anaheim. In the second, early, Blackwell goes to the locker room early. He's hurt on a hit. He went to the locker room, but he would come back and play. The Shattenkirk was the one who delivered that hit. 17:11 Chicago penalty to Kachuk for interference, which would be killed. McTavish denied on a one-timer. There's some little scrums. Gust is saved, and then at 7:32, Anaheim penalty to Benoit for high sticking, which would be not killed, because at 6:49 it's a Chicago one-timer power play goal for Andreas Athanasiou, 13th of the season, from Domi and Tyler Johnson. So if you had a multi-point night to make it 2-2. Domi has a break denied. Terry is denied. Benoit is saved. Grant is robbed. That's a beautiful save by Mrazek. Then at 17.5 seconds left in the period, it's a Anaheim 2-on-1 goal from Max Jones, 5th of the season, from McTavish to make it 3-1. So we go to the third, where Blackwell does not. Well, Blackwell, I lied. He did not. He tried to return, and then he ends up not coming back after the second. Radish is hurt, but leaves and then returns. Ducks were pressuring. 11:45. It's an Anaheim backhander goal, which would seal the deal for Troy Terry, 16th of the season, from McTavish. Make it 4-2. It's McTavish's 3rd assist on the night. Grant was stopped. Strome has a one-timer saved. 7:50 Chicago penalty to Tyler Johnson for tripping, which would be killed. And then at 6:19 it's a Chicago penalty to Tenorti, which was a bad call for tripping, which would be killed. It was a 5-on-3 for 30 seconds, a 5-on-4 for a minute and 30 seconds. Both of them would be killed off. Ducks pressuring late still. Hawks pull the goalie at 1:30, but that would be it. So that's Hawks losing Anaheim. Their 5-game win streak ends. Domi has now a 7-game point streak. McDavid hit 50 goals last night. And Marcus Johansson obviously got moved today. It's Rasmus Sandin, the big trade out of Toronto, as Rasmus Sandin's traded to Washington for Gustafsson and a first-round pick, so that was something. And then, of course, we'll talk about the Kane trade in the next, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next video, which will be coming up soon. Goodbye.